Going? Hey everybody, welcome back. Got this little vanity bench here that you can see is separating. Happens to these guys. So we're gonna glue it back together. Also, you can see that these things, let's see, this is the front, mount in here, and they've come out. So this is what the seat screws into. So I'm gonna have to glue those back in as well. So yeah, let's get it going. Put some glue on there. Let's get this guy to you. Where else we separated back here? Here. Alright. Trusty toothpick. Pretty good in there. It doesn't take a lot of this stuff to make a bond. So as long as you got good coverage, it doesn't have to be all gloopy in there. I think that's all joints here that need to be. Yeah, so let's push it all together. Start wiping off your excess glue as much as you can. This, like I've said in other videos, this is one of the more important parts in order to get that professional looking clean finish. It doesn't look like a 2-year-old in art class playing with the glue. Mind your way, Petey. Now I use Gorilla Glue. In my opinion, it's got the best quality as far as the grip of the glue, but also it gives you enough time to work with it like this. You see it's not drying out on me real quick or clumping up. I have enough time to go through, put glue in all these little spots, and then go back through again and wipe it up before it sets, which I like. It gives me a little bit of playtime. Nope, that was something online. Now sometimes I would put some cloth in between here so it doesn't indent on the wood. I'm not really gonna have to tighten this up too much, so not really gonna mess with all that today. Definitely want to get in there, get all that glue. You can see, get in here, obviously the glue's the white stuff.
Hold on. Okay, maybe it's the single. Yeah.
Right down in there.
Oh yeah.
Work it like that. Doing stuff like this is how it's going to look like it was never broken to begin with.
And just to be clear, this one was not broken, like broken in half. It just came loose.
Over time.
Yeah,
that
so it's
glue breaks
because
down.
sometimes when we say broken, we mean it actually broken.
Oh, right,
yeah.
right.
I don't want people to see this and go, "That was broken." If they're here in Tallahassee and want to purchase it once it's done. And you see when he did that, glue starts oozing out of here still that he's working on, so, and here. So he's gonna clean that up. I just remember last time we were filming out here, it wasn't Petey, but it was Mikey who was sitting in that same position, and we heard him, and we looked down, and he had a snake, and I had to stop filming because it was like, snake! So when Petey stopped over there, I was like, yeah, I was like, no, I don't want this to be deja vu, but it is happening, but no, no snake. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, look through our videos, and I forget what we were working on.
Is it Smokey?
Yeah, we were working. There you go, Smokey Bear.
Smokey Bear.
And if you look for Smokey Bear video, you'll see. Watch that, and you'll see the snake issue.
Here. That looks pretty good. Not getting any tighter. Now, just because you see some of that white still in there, the glue will dry clear. So if it's good up in there, don't worry about it too much. You try to get up there the best you can.
While he's doing that, I'm just gonna tell you guys also, if you go back in our videos, you'll see when it was Hurricane Michael, this overhang got broken and came up, and I was screaming, yelling obscenities, and they just in 2020, a year and a half later, replaced it this past week. So let's hope this one lasts longer. Plane. Anyway, sorry. Just get through our videos of Hurricane Michael. You'll see it. It actually came apart, and it came up and it hit our windows up here, and I was inside filming from there, screaming. So yeah, he had to move our cars. Our neighbor's car got totaled, and he had to get a new car. So because it slammed back down and hit the glass out in his car and just slammed it.
All right. Couldn't put these on until this was in its normal shape. So now that it's all clamped together, I can go ahead and put these brackets back on. Alright, so we're going to put these brackets back on. Handy rubber mallet. Very good to have. Throw some glue on here. Now, because these are going to be supporting the weight of whoever's sitting on here, you definitely want to make sure you got enough glue in here.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you're gonna put it into those grooves. So you're gonna do all 4 of those all the way around, same way?
Yes, ma'am. Exactly the same.
And then you clamp them.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know if I have enough big clamps. One thing I always say, you can never have enough clamps.
Very true.
Let's see what we got here. Now, this clamp's all rough, so I don't want this gouging.
So you're using a sock, or you can always use just whatever you have.
Yeah.
Cloth,
old shirt,
towels, whatever.
And of course, anything at an angle is always fun.
Yeah, it'll be hard to get that on there, but
Yeah.
I know you will eventually.
Actually, just hammering these in there, because this isn't loose. It's very tight fitting, obviously, because I needed the rubber mallet to hammer it in there. I think they'll be all right. So yeah, let's continue around.
I want to say hi to Sarah, our neighbor, if she's watching. She says she watches sometimes. So hi, Sarah.
Hi, neighbor. Heidi ho.
Heidi ho, Sarah. How are you today? It's pretty outside. One day we'll have her come over and do a cameo. The cat now is officially on the table. Petey. Petey. He's like, yeah, I'm cleaning myself. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to stop filming at this point, and, well, maybe I'm going to film one more. See, the glue is dripping a little bit, but then you'll clean that up.
Yep.
And we'll just hammer this in.
Yeah, don't worry about glue dripping.
Now, can they do this inside? Because I'm thinking of the glue and the smell. There's no smell.
No, this isn't like a, I mean, you don't want to eat it, but
Yeah, it's
it
toxic.
doesn't smell too bad.
Yeah. Do it outside if you can.
Read precautions on panel.
Yeah. Just because we paint stuff inside, and the reason we're able to do that is because we use Dixie Belle and Country Chic paint, and
Yeah, you can't do that with everything.
you can't do that with regular paints
It's one of
because
the great things about the Dixie Belle and chalk mineral paint. And
yeah, and clay-based paint is no fumes whatsoever. So, matter of fact, I was inside
just
painting.
smells like clay.
Smells like clay. No. Actually, it doesn't smell like really anything to me, but I was painting the second and third coat on the children's piano that I'm working on. You can watch that on another video that I'll have up as soon as I'm finished completing it.
I think that's it.
And if you can, do us a favor, subscribe below and push that button as far as the little bell to notify you when we have other videos come up. And if you could, do the thumbs up and give us a like. It helps us support our local business, even if you're from afar.
Thanks to the internet, everybody's our neighbor.
Everyone is our neighbor, and we're everyone's neighbor, so.
The universal family now.
That's right.
I tell you what, I have a lot of people in my life that I would definitely no longer have contact with if it weren't for the internet.
Yeah, don't you have a friend that lives in, I can't think of her
in,
name.
Scotland. I have friends all over the
And
place.
family in Spain.
Yeah, I have family in Spain. Actually, I probably wouldn't even know about them without the internet, because that's how I found them. Or they found me, I don't remember. But yeah, shout out to Xavier and Tomas.
Aww.
Actually, there's a couple Tomas. One is an amazing artist, and the other one is a big-time football player, or soccer as we call it here.
Football. Kind of like Cameron, my nephew.
Cam boy.
Cam boy. Oh, speaking, go ahead.
I wasn't saying anything.
We were hammering.
Oh.
I was just about to say, I just found out that my niece Brandy
Yes.
has now officially, she's a yoga teacher. Does that make her a yogi? I'm not sure. Anyway, I did say that. Yeah, I know there's difference, but she's a yoga teacher, has been for a while, and I've been begging her, and so has many other people, to make videos so I can take her class. She came to town one time, and I was able to take her class down at Cascades Park outside, just a real lovely day. And so she's doing them now online, and I will put a link below to her new site, so you can take yoga with Brandy Milena Walker.
Yoga with Brandy.
Yoga with Brandy. It's funny knowing her from the day she was born, and as a kid, and growing up, and then knowing her from she went to school, she's an actor, she's a producer, she's a director, she does all the stuff, but when she goes into her yoga mode, her voice calms slowly. She takes breaths and speaks like this, and it's so calming that you almost kind of want to, you zen out and kind of want to go to sleep. Not that she's boring. I didn't mean to say it like that. It's just very calming and peaceful. And then when it's actors, it's like, hey, you, how are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. So it's amazing what yoga can do for you to calm you down and to make you feel better. It's great for my anxiety. So I'm super excited she's doing this. Oy vey. Yeah, I was trying to stay your way. I'm not a great camera person, but here I am. I could be the hammer person. No, I won't do that. I would probably just hurt myself or others. Hence I let him do that work. Now he's going to be doing it backwards. Getting the glue off of it because I touched it when I shouldn't have.
Yeah, it's on my hands too.
Okay.
It's okay, it comes right off.
Ta-da!
Not liking this one. Why aren't you working with me?
It's not playing nice, is it?
No, it's not. All the other ones went so smooth.
It's because it's the last one.
Yep.
Oh. You can't curse, so don't curse. I'm saying that to myself. I'm the one that curses, not him. And we're getting down to the end of time, so I'm gonna have to cut off here soon. I am gonna, while he's working on that, show you.
You've seen how it's done, and now you see what happens when you.
Natural. Look at that design on the back of there. All right. So how are you gonna fix this for in case I turn off? You're just gonna keep trying until you get
I'll
it.
get it in there.
And then you'll clamp it. So just have patience. Work
Yeah, I'll
with
probably
it.
get it in there as good as I can, and I'll have to clamp this one.
Yeah, and then we'll clamp it. And people wonder why we price certain things, some prices. It's because some things take a lot of effort and time, and knowledge, and lots of clamps and tools and what you've learned over the years to get to this point. I'm not saying it's totally difficult or that no one can do it, because anyone can do it if they want to do it. You put your mind to it, you can do this. Just showing you that it takes time. So when people say, oh, I want to offer you half of what, it's like, it's the price it is because of our time and effort put into it. And of course the last one wants to be a pain.
No, that's going to be it for now.
That's all, folks.
Now you just let it sit overnight.
Okay, I was going to ask that. I wasn't sure how long you planned on curing.
Yeah, and once again, all the curing instructions are on the bottle.
Okay, so just follow the instructions on the bottle. It also depends.
Let's show you something.
Oh gosh, he's going to
This
do a fancy trick.
for angles and things like that.
Did you learn this from a certain person we know?
I learned this from the best.
That's what I was thinking.
Mayor Allen. An old bike tube. It holds onto itself when you tie it. It can go on angles. You saw what happened when I was trying to put a clamp on here. It's going to slide to one side or the other. Actually,
Hi, Brooklyn. I'm not answering your messages right now because I'm filming, but I will answer you as soon as I hang up and start filming. She's at the store, running the store right now, so she's asking a question.
it's nothing important. We'll make this quick.
Yes.
Sometimes I'll cut them if I have to. Right now, I don't think I will need to cut these. So I'm just going to take it like so. Just tie it. And then you can stretch and pull until you get it. As tight as you can.
Did you say, is that a bike tire tube?
Yep,
Or is that just,
yep,
okay.
it's a bicycle inner tube.
Okay.
That'll hold it. Just let it sit.
All right.
There you go, folks. And then we'll either have some pictures when it's done, or maybe just shoot another little quick video of taking the clamps off. But I will go ahead and go through and make sure that I've gotten as much of that
Glue.
glue dripping out as possible.
Okay. And what's your name again for people who are asking?
Me?
Yeah.
I am Jason.
He is Jason with The Other Side Vintage. Check us out.
Tallahassee, Florida.
Heck yeah.
All right, here's the next morning. We are going to undo the clamps. So, just
I feel like making that sound that on Sesame Street where the count goes 1 clamp, ha 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 ha, 2 clamps, ha 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 ha. That's not how he does it, but you know. Three clamps. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. And this is the tire.
the bike tire inner tube. All right. Looks like, yeah. All right. Everything looks pretty good. And as you can see, get up in there. I glued here too, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, there's no oozing. It's all pretty clean looking. And next step, whoever had this before, the seat had broken.
Here, hold on. I'm filming, but
Now you're gonna hand it to me.
I shouldn't. We're horrible when we're filming. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna hand this to you and stand up so you can. Okay, so they did.
cut a new piece of plywood. This is not original. You know, this is probably maybe original. But anyways, they did not staple gun it to the thing, so I'm gonna have to set up the sawhorses and everything because we're in a small place here. And it is supposed to rain any minute, so I'm gonna have to come back and we'll do another segment in a bit.
So you're gonna, real quick, just for those who are asking, so you're going to fix that, and then you're going to, how do you attach it to this chair? For the
screws in through here.
Oh. Okay.
See? And it screws into here.
And then it's ready?
Yep.
And then if we want to
we'll go through all that on the next segment.
If we want to paint it, we paint it. Normally we would paint it now before putting that chair seat on. But
well, yeah, if you're gonna paint it,
may as well paint it there.
Right.
But I just want to show you guys, like, if I paint it, I can stress it. But look at that. I don't want to paint it. If I paint it, I'll sell it for more, which I know that's crazy, but
I think for this one
I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah.
I love the wood.
We're gonna at least give it a shot. If it sits in the store for too long, then we'll have to bring it back and do what we have to do.
Paint it.
Yep. Hey everybody, so to catch up from the repair of this bad boy, we're now going to do something new for this cushion. It's just a little plain, and we decided we wanted to do it, and we were like, hey, we are don't really have much fabric around, but I was like, hey, we got that pile of stuff we're gonna donate. What's in there? Found this. So this will work perfectly. So I'm going to, just real quick, when you're doing these, it doesn't have to be, you know, perfect as far as your cut and everything. It's all going to be tucked up underneath. The important part comes when we are tightening everything and stapling it down. So we ordered these premium tailor scissors. So I'm going to open these up and we're going to give them a try right now. Picked them up through Amazon, and so let you know what we think of them. You want to give, you see here, yeah, you can't really see. Alright, this is about how much material you really need to be able to tuck up underneath there. You can kind of see that. It's maybe, you know, 3 inches. That gives you plenty. Make sure you're going to be able to pull everything nice and tight. So, gonna use this seam here. Cut, yeah, like butter. Brand new fresh pair of scissors. You can't beat that. There's definitely something satisfying about it. I probably should have cut this to a manageable size, but I wanted to show that it was an article of clothing. So, snip. And also, once you get this all stapled down on the back, you can always go through and cut any excess. So it's always better to have cut more than less, because you can always trim. You cannot make the material go back together. Alright, so we're going to start off. Now you got this. I am going to go ahead and leave this on here because this is, you know, a little bit of a thinner material, but this will give it another layer, kind of keep that comfort level. So we're gonna take this off as well. Now there's a couple layers of padding here, so we want to make sure everything is in place and not a little off whack, because all of that will come through and you'll feel it in your butt when you're sitting on it. So lay this back over. You want to make sure there's no you know, creases that once again you will feel as you sit on it. Got that guy there. That's good. We're gonna lay this guy over. Let's go. Alright. So now got my staple gun. So flip her over. And just staple everything down. Let me get back to center here. Alright. Now the other important part is your corners. So you kind of want to put your thumb here or finger towards the corner and kind of fold it into itself, pulling it tight, and make sure it's all straight going all the way across. And then put a little thing in there. You can kind of see, I'll go through and tighten and show you at the end, but you want to just do that to start, and then you're going to come back, start working your way up this way. Now, because I have 2 layers here, I want to make sure they're not, one's not getting missed, or one's getting hit and one's not, When I get to this point, I like to go ahead and flip it over, make sure, a little snag right there, I might have to, should have paid closer attention. Here's another thing to learn. You probably can't see it, but there's a little tiny snag right here. I'll be able to snip it off, but look at the cloth on the side that you're going to be seeing before you start stapling and before you start cutting. So that way you can make sure that, and also if you're using a pattern, you want to lay it out and make sure the pattern's heading the right direction. That I didn't do. I just jumped right into it, mainly because it's a solid color and just didn't think about it. But it'll be okay. So this is looking good. So I'm going to flip this over. Start working on this corner. And also, when you're doing the folding on the corners, you don't want it to lay too thick. The thicker it is, the harder the staple is going to be able to get down in there, and it's just going to pop out eventually. Alright. So, you can see there's all kinds of extras there, but that looks good. So, take your scissors. Now, you don't want to cut it too close. But you also don't want it to, hang out the bottom here. So you got to cut it close enough to where it's not going to hang down past this legs. Everything will hold it up. And from there...
Let me stop you for a minute, yeah. Sorry.
So here we go. You're going to cut it close, but not too close.
Wait. Sorry, I interrupted. I didn't think we were really filming. We are.
Yeah, we're filming.
My fault.
That's all right. So, just going to cut off this excess. Now I'm going to throw a few more staples in, especially in the corners. And this will also, I'll staple closer to the edge, so that way, like we discussed, it doesn't hang down. And by the edge, I mean the edge of the fabric, not the edge of the seat. This last corner. There you have it, folks. What we'll do then is take a hammer and just kind of hit those. Make sure the staples are all the way in. Alright. There you go. Looks good. Alright. Now that's what it's going to look like. I should have thrown it on there with the old material first, but I'm sure we have a picture from the previous videos. So here you go. Now we're going to flip it over. See if I can get it on a corner here. See if I can get my arms around. See, with a vanity that doesn't have the arms, it's a little easier. So we're going to try to get in this corner here. Make sure the seat is in proper place. My sawhorse, there we go. And we got the screws. Oh. Of course, they're Phillips head, and I grabbed a flathead screwdriver. One of these screws is the original screw, which is a flathead, because this thing's too old to have been originally made with Phillips head screws. There we go. Thank you. last but not least, go. And voila. There you go. That was easy. You know, normally I would set up, do this outside, but it's pouring today. It's been raining all day, pretty much all last night. So I am set up in the house. And so here we go. Something you can do on a rainy day. You all have fun.
Good Wednesday morning. It is pouring down rain in Tallahassee, Florida as we woke up this morning. It is still quite early, just daybreak, and we have an order from Etsy from Katie in Grand Island, New York. She ordered 3 different, I almost said scents, 3 different shades of colors of country chic paint, and I think you're going to love them. And your package, here it is on its way out to you today, Katie. Thank you for shopping with us, The Other Side Vintage, on Etsy.